canceled, and then we found out that unfortunately they had a black eye from the last week of the world tied up over at Fairhaven Terminal and had issues with the fendering system. When they had the issues with the fendering system, started out with the captain and the people running the dock had issues, and it ended up almost in a lawsuit and multiple charges. And so the ship that was coming, we found out there was a letter in the industry saying Eureka's about to board, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. And after the 3 years we've been working with Reece, I looked at the letter. I actually got a copy of the letter from the agent and found that they're still talking about Fairhaven Terminal, not realizing that we have been working with Schneider Dock. Schneider's made a very good commitment on their scheduling, made the dock available, and we'll make sure that it's available if we need it.
Is that today?
Yes. And this was within the last 6 months. And in the meantime, I went to the cruise show back in Florida, spoke with these agents and others, and I'm like, oh, well, nobody told us you were marketing a different dock. So everybody was under the impression that we were marketing Fairhaven dock still. And so after a lot of begging and pleading and walking around with them and visiting, we have 4 commitments for 2019. The cruise ship schedule out in 2 years. And so we have 4 berth requests, which is their form saying we're signing up and we're putting it on our itinerary. We have 4 for 2019.
What's your opinion of being more proactive than anything about that issue, except just continuity and where it gets around?
That's exactly what she said at the first of the presentation here on the head. We've got to be ready to perform. We have been working hard. We've got a gateway ready to purchase. We ordered it, but we have it ready to order. We've designed it using 3 or 4 different agents that we work with and show us the ultimate gateway that they need, accessible and so forth. And so we worked with them on that. We have the builder up in Washington ready to build it, but we're still a little too far out right now to order it, financially speaking, so we're waiting on that. We have worked with the buses. The buses could be an issue because the bigger tour buses don't want to come here. We have worked with River Casino. They have 20 passenger buses that they've made available for us for tours. Bruce has worked, and he's recently purchased I know Jack Rickey, I believe, owns the one Polly's Heart-looking bus, it's open air bus style. There's one of those in Eureka. Bruce has recently purchased 4 or 5 of those and is willing to bring those when we do have commitments to the ship. So what you said is very accurate. They're having a lot of work done. I mean, I would love to see a brand new dock here, but I think the key is to perform for these first 2 that come, because the cruise industries, not the ships themselves, but the people running the lines, the admin, they're no different than a husband or a wife, husband's golf team or wife's team. They're going to compete. If Joe goes and buys a new golf cart, Sam's going to buy one just as nice, maybe one step nicer. And so when one line sees, oh, they're going to Eureka again, and if we can perform, and they come for the second stop in Eureka, the other lines are going to follow as well, from what I did.
And that's true. We do have to make sure that we are prepped and put on our best behavior. And I do think that this has always been kind of portrayed as a Eureka issue, and I firmly think that it's a Humboldt County thing that we need to embrace and have the county come together to help make sure that we have the best thing possible. I've been in towns where we were in the Cayman Islands. We went down to Georgetown, which is where the ships come in. On a day a cruise ship wasn't in there. That place was dead. Half the stores were closed. The next day, Disney's ship came in, and I could get all the souvenirs I wanted because everything's open. It does bring in business. And like I said, I think we are a great place to have them come in. And I love the fact that we went back there and got that black eye off our reputation. And I hope that when they come in, we're ready, because I would like us to shine.
What does the process look like for choosing the excursions? Like, how do we line the cruise ship up with the right excursions that keep money in Humboldt, that give us a good reputation? What does that process look like?
Well, no, go ahead.
I thought you were asking.
Or whoever knows.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, the cruise lines, we're too small. We would never have a business like Short Trips or whatever doing excursions, because that's not we're too small for that. So it would be locally designed, so whatever money, the vendor, like I know they were gonna do kayaking, whoever put that together is, one hopefully reaping the benefit of that. You put together a well-rounded list of excursions you presented to the cruise line, if I'm not mistaken, and they select it. You have to kind of, select a variety of things, low activity, high activity, with some of the smaller ships that are coming in here, they're high-income ships. They cost a pretty penny to come in. One that was supposed to come in this month, you're talking about, a normal cabin would be about $3,000 per person as opposed to, $700, $800, $900 a person. So you need to have, usually it's older people that have that kind of money, so activities geared towards a little bit older population. But the one thing that Bruce was going to do that I just really think would be horrible, especially with some of the ships that might come in, is, well, you can't use them anyway, the law won't allow it, but a school bus. You don't want to use the school bus. We used a school bus in Astoria, and it's fine. It was fine for me. I'm short. My husband is 6'1". His legs were going all crooked, and I don't think a lot of the people, I don't think that would do anything to enhance our reputation to be in a school bus. But you have to kind of present this cruise line. They will then take charge of it, and they have the people signed up for the excursions, and they let you know what the count is.
So on those four you mentioned 2 years, are they, is somebody interacting with them to stay here for that 6, 8, 10 hours?
They've already told us how long. We don't tell them, they say, here's our schedule, we're full in a day, we'll leave at 6 or whatever you get.
So they said that, as opposed to the
That's
receiver.
based on their schedule, so they can make their next protocol. And it could end up, like it did, 3 years ago with the German ship, where, if they run into rough weather and they're in between Eureka and San Francisco, it's pretty easy for them to decide out. So that could always happen. The Gulf Coast is still pretty rough in the springtime. In the fall, I don't think we'll have nearly as issues as we will in the spring because the weather's so much nicer. And so, yes, we're in constant.
Does anybody,
But no, go ahead.
is anybody talking adding our canopy tour at the Square Park Zoo? Because that's going to be a way to get a short trip to the Redwoods. And by then, I think the canopy tour will be built, if the Zoo Foundation
Well, what we
carries out.
have done in the last couple of years is worked with the Eureka Welcoming Committee and the Chamber's Tourism Committee for over, countless meetings with them on a month. It was on a monthly basis, then I think we're switched to about a quarterly basis and, had everyone's input to design these tours, give the design to Bruce presented to the cruise lines, they made some adjustments to them. And
So at this point, probably the canopy is not on it.
Mike, can you guys
Well,
hear?
not the canopy, but I took Bruce to the zoo and had the lunch there, and he likes the zoo. So he's had that built into some of the tours, but not because of the canopy.
But that's going to be,
I think one of the largest issues that we really need to focus on and work on in this is the welcoming committee. Now, you need to have what Bruce has done, and you probably saw it really well up there. He got just local people, a lot of them retire, so they have more time than people that work full time, have someone in charge. And so they'll go out and buy a group yellow vest. And so during the day, they're walking around town as part of the welcoming committee wearing these yellow vests. And so anybody knows, if they have a question, they'll ask the guy in the yellow vest. They also bought like a city hopper pass. So for these smaller buses, you pay $10, and whether it's in Old Town or the Carson Mansion or wherever, if you pay for that hopper pass, you can get a ride on one of these shuttles, you weigh your ticket, and the shuttles or buses that you're using stop and get a ride. So he's very versed in this type of thing. Again, I'm sure there's always room for improvements, but at least to get it started and to get the first few moving, I think he's still did a pretty good job helping us out there.
Yeah, yes?
Go ahead, I'm done.
We answered your question. Yeah, and like I said, up in Astoria, they had very good signage, welcome, and, showed you where to go, and it was all directed, so you get off the ship, you know exactly what you're doing. So it was well laid out, not fancy, nothing expensive, but it was well laid out. So, because customers get off the ship, they don't know where they're going, so as long as you've got good direction, welcoming people to kind of guide them along, you'll have a good experience.
We also have, now we've got the Charter Trails going to extend all the way up to past Schneider House. So there will be an opportunity if somebody wants to get the roller skates out or something, the roller skate down to Costco or wherever.
You run shopping cart, golf cart and stuff like that out there?
I know that the police use little, what do they call those things, they're little,
It's like a Segway, and they also use a little cart that it's the size of a golf cart.
Like little tiny jeepy things, you know, that they go up and down on that, so I don't know if that's considered,
Yeah,
only for
it's the
policing.
size of a golf cart. It's the
Is it only
size.
for policing? Or
Yeah,
is
but
it-
it's the size of a golf cart. A golf cart would fit on that little track.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's permitted.
Rental bikes would be more appropriate.
Yeah.
Rental bikes would be really go
Because then they could go the entire waterfront if they wanted to use exercise and see a
Well,
waterfront.
And what you do is, like Astoria did, is when people get off the ship, if they haven't done an excursion, they had like a little newspaper stand. You know, it's just a box, and they had people, you know, welcome, this is the area, you know, this is what we have available, and little maps, and you just give people directions as to what they want to do.
That's what I had a minute ago. Our community needs to sell our county. When they first get off the ship, it's not that they're going to visit our whole county, but we need to have a display there of information.
Well, for Ferndale, maybe.
Right, and everything, I'm just saying, and then our little excursions would be our local area, but we're selling the county for them to come back to later.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I said, 40% of people that, you know, that go on a cruise visit a stop that they had visited on
Yeah,
a cruise.
and that was one of the things that when I was working for the Forest Service, we used to, public affairs, it wasn't just the Forest Service that we're selling. We were selling the county that we represented, we're in. So if you go into a Forest Service office, well, when I was working for it, we gave out information that sold the county, not just the forest.
Yeah.
So that's something that people,
Yeah.
Yes.
Who's taking the lead on trying to coordinate all this? We talked about maybe, is it the Harbor District or
Well, it was Bruce.
Bruce?
We hired Bruce Connor, who led all the stuff up in Astoria, and we hired him, the Harbor District, the city, and the county. He each paid $10,000, $30,000. He worked for like a year and a half.
He's still working.
He's still working.
He's not getting paid right now, but he's still working.
Yeah.
Because he started out like back at 15, I think. And now it's 17 and we still don't have anything. But now it's 19, so it kind of keeps moving ahead.
Is he the trolley person also that you?
So he's going to report back to the city council at some point soon, I think, about what's going on, you know, catch us up.
He's just finishing his season, so he's gonna come back.
And I will say, like, you know, he said, well, we paid him this money, and what did we get in return? Well, this is not something where you can sit there and go, okay, I'm gonna give you this money, and hey, Bruce, you have a ship down here next week. You know, as you see, you need to nurture this relationship, so it should be an ongoing thing, because it is something we're developing, and apparently at one point, we were not doing it very well, and we need to overcome that. So we need to, again, if we want to do this, we need to get off the ball and do what we can to support the industry. You know, I don't think we support the tourism industry in this county anywhere near than we should. It is, you know, this is what we're known for. And let's face it, we don't have a lot of other industries, so we should really be supporting our tourism industry.
And we really don't have, you know, the Convention and Visitors Bureau only markets way outside of the county.
Yeah.
It doesn't market once you get here.
Yeah, so we need to make that commitment, and it's not, Bruce didn't do his job. Bruce had a lot to do, and it's something that you're building relationships with, and that takes time. Cruise ships have a lot of stake coming to a port, so, you know, you need to nurture those relationships and get them going, so, you know, you should be probably paying
He made a
Bruce more
really
money.
cute book. He made a really cute book. I don't know if you've seen it. But I think, was that you?
Jennifer Johnson, I think.
Yeah.
Did you guys?
Okay.
Okay.
all right,
Okay, are we?
we'll wrap up.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
I hope it was